Do you know how many kids are about to become millionaires because they understand AI? If you're a 22-year-old, it's the best that ever happened to you because it's a tidal wave and you're still young and spry where you can grab the board and ride this wave. When you're 72 and this tidal wave comes and you're like, mother, you're kind of like, I'm just gonna put my head in the sand and let this thing kill me.
Yeah.
When you're 22, what the are you crying about? So either bitch and cry about it because you're fear-based, or realize this is the biggest financial opportunity for somebody under the age of 25 ever.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
Such a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Nicole. Nice
Nicole,
to meet
Gary.
you.
So nice to meet you.
Are we good? Awesome.
Let's do it.
Beautiful. I'm a Jersey boy also.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Park Ridge.
No way.
In Montvale.
I know it well.
And Edison, though, I know Edison, where you come from, as that was the White Castle.
I can't believe you know that. Yeah,
that we would travel to.
It's funny, and there was also a White Diamond.
A White Diamond.
In Clark, which was about a 15-minute, 12-minute drive from where I grew up in Edison.
Yeah.
And that was like the OG of even White Castle. So their sliders were even crazier. Like how those places, like the reason it tastes so good is because all the gunk on the grill.
Totally. Rutt's Hut in Clifton.
100%. I think the White Diamond in Clark, New Jersey, which I don't think is still there, was was the greatest slider I've ever had.
The best. Oh man, we would just get road trips to Edison. That's my only thing.
I mean, as recently as like 5 to 7 years ago, I would literally go to Route 22 in Jersey, in Springfield, to go to a White Castle. Like, would go out of my way.
So good.
So good.
And they're still rolling. Well, this is nice to meet you.
Pleasure, my friend.
I normally, if I have time, depending on the schedule, and if we were in LA, I would have baked you bread.
That's very kind.
But I got you bread.
That's very nice.
From this beloved bakery.
This has already been ROI positive, this entire podcast.
This doesn't, they're not a sponsor, I just love them.
I love it.
It's called Bread's Bakery. This guy's just killed it. This is going to be your olive loaf.
Thank you.
And then I don't know if this is culturally correct.
Go ahead.
But Belarus,
yes.
I thought maybe chocolate babka.
Oh, that's very nice.
Right?
Well, I'm already eating everyone.
There you go. I like it.
Thank you so much.
There's nothing better than when a
kind.
guest just eats immediately. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You hear a lot, you're very good about sparking people and getting them kind of out of their rut and make them at least think about what they're going to do and how they're going to go. You hear a lot about start a business, do a thing. How do you start this business and do these things when it's just you and you have no money to hire people to work with you? Social media.
It's the greatest. It's so funny where social is now.
Yeah.
It's in such a bad place as a brand because of the political unrest. It's confused people that it's the greatest opportunity to humans ever. Brother, literally, let's use an example I know of, which is similar to this bread thing. God, I don't want to get this wrong. There's a woman that I just came across. Is it bread? Or is my brain just breaking because you got bread in front of me? There's a woman.
Yeah.
Is it cookies? I'm just, you know what, I don't want to make this up. There's a woman I've recently come across who either sells bread, cookies, pickles, and cupcakes. I just can't remember.
Okay.
I apologize, audience. But she literally is good at it. She saw my content. She said, fuck it, I'll just start posting about it. And long story short, just by posting on Instagram and TikTok, 2 years later, she makes $750,000 a year take home, baking her fucking thing and shipping it to people around the country. And she's a pig in shit happy, and it's changed her life.
Right.
She is not the enigma. She is the preview of what everything is gonna happen. I've been thinking about writing a new book called The Individual Empire.
Right. I like the title.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was positive reinforcement. Thank you. The concept of the book is, we are in a place now between social, live shopping, YouTube, streaming, Twitch and Kick and all that. I'm sure you see the young comics and all that, Drewski, right?
Yeah.
The blockchain, which people still don't understand, the NFTs, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But I do. All these different pieces, we are dangerously close to where everybody in a decade can make a living around things that they love, are interested in, talking about Star Trek, talking about old video games, talking about rock bands of the 70s.
Right.
And being able to sell merch, being able to get brand sponsorship, and you were one TikTok post away from your life changing, and that is happening at scale to people every day, brother.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the SNL crew. Marcelo, this new kid, Patterson, who's just joined.
Yeah.
Like, they're all growing up from social content.
Right, yeah.
You had to fucking work it.
Yeah,
you had to go into, like,
yeah.
There are people whose lives changed from one silly video.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah, didn't have to go to a club, didn't have to get hired by anybody.
Nobody
gatekeepers.
had that part, brother.
Yeah,
You get it.
yeah.
This is the part that's lost. People
Yeah.
don't get it. There used to be gatekeepers.
Yeah.
You're good enough to be on TV. You're good enough to be on this stage.
Yeah.
Now it's just you and the market.
That's right.
So, I don't know, I think we're living in the greatest era of opportunity. So the answer is, how do you do it? It's social media. I think it starts with passion. I don't think you can work the 10 hours a day or while you have a full-time job, when you get home after a long day. How are you possibly gonna muster up the energy from 7 p.m. to midnight to work on something unless whatever you're doing is something you like?
Yeah.
So like if you like puzzle, I'm just gonna keep going with what I know to be true, which I think may spark some ideas for people. Puzzles. You know what I'm talking about, brother? Puzzles, jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah.
There's people like doing those.
Yeah.
Filming yourself putting together a jigsaw puzzle, if that's actually what you wanna do over a beer and watching Love Island in the background.
Yeah.
Filming yourself and posting clips of that on TikTok, genuinely, actually, if you got a little something, if you've got consistency and perseverance, if you learn a little something,
Yeah.
literally leads to, if you do it consistently for 2 years, leads to you being on the other side, at bare minimum, brother, getting $5,000 a year in brand deals from jigsaw puzzle companies. That gives you $5,000 more than you had before.
Right. Yeah.
That's worst case, if you're consistent for 2 years.
Yeah.
Best case, you quit your job you hate, and you are Jigsaw Jane, and you make $180K a year for Jigsaw Jane t-shirts,
Right.
$50,000 in brand deals from the 5 biggest jigsaw companies, a $10,000 appearance at Jigsaw Con.
Right.
This is real.
Yeah.
And I know, you know what's funny? I was
Yeah.
saying this shit in 08, 09, 010,
Yeah.
and people laughed at me. All of you know what I just said is real.
Right.
It's real.
Is it getting more crowded to the point where it's not even close?
The opportunity is even bigger than it was before.
They're bigger than now.
Yes, you know what, this is so funny. This is the greatest opportunity in human history, and what do humans do? They're like, Gary, but there's everybody else is doing it too. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
But that's why this is an opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's why, notice the examples I gave. Jigsaw, you gotta go nicher and nicher.
Right.
Jigsaw and a beer where you notice what I'm about to do. You both like to do jigsaw, but you're also a microbrew connoisseur and you know microbrews. So now what's your point of differentiation? You're doing the jigsaw, you're making your content, but you're also real quick, let me tell you about this Rogue IPA, and all of a sudden, it's the beer part that took off.
Right.
And that's where you're making your money, not the jigsaw, or both, or you're the only beer jigsaw person.
Yeah.
Your niche is you.
Right.
Like, I'm a Jets fan, root beer, garage sale, like all the things you know.
Yeah.
There's other people that talk about business and opportunity and social media and motivation and practical.
Yeah.
But the more you give the world every little nuance of you, the more likely you have a point of differentiation.
What's cool about it is that it's everything you've said today comes from a passion and a love. It all comes from whether you're dealing with kids or whether you're dealing with building these companies or dealing with your parents or
100%.
all of these things. They're not fake things. They're not looking at the market and saying, what would possibly make a lot of money that I can kind of exploit and then show up and try and sell something that you're not into.
That's right, or sell something that I think people are buying.
Yeah.
People chased crypto, people chase real estate, people chase cannabis.
Yeah.
People chasing AI right now.
Right.
They're not passionate about those things. They think the money's there.
Right. Right.
And I don't know, maybe this is why I was an F student. Like, I was a real bad student.
Yeah.
Like, real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my class rank was 243 out of 251. There was like 8 people worse than me at North Hunterdon High School in New Jersey. I just don't know how to do things if I don't like them. And so, like, I failed school my whole life. I literally can't hang a picture on the wall.
Right.
But I can build empires.
Yeah.
And I believe that's true for everyone. Meaning, not everyone is a good entrepreneur and a good business person. I get that.
Yeah.
But if you understand what you're good at, or what, more importantly, what you like, and then please, hopefully you're good at it, because then it's instant. Or if not, you can get good at it.
Right.
I think there's something there. I'm not gonna keep you long, but I've gotta tell you about GaryVee.com/Stan. Stan Store, an incredible tech stack for creator entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial creators, is literally the tech stack based on what I wrote in Crush It and Crushing It, and really the thing almost all of you are trying to build. So if you are one of those people, go to the GaryVee challenge that I've partnered up with this investment I made in Stan Store. I believe in this, I believe in it for you. You'll see why I love it. GaryVee.com/Stan, go check it out. Now back to the video.
I can't let you leave without asking something about AI.
Please.
Because you're talking about it a lot. And I'm not even going to ask you a question. Tell them, what if you're a young person, and you're scared of AI? I'm going to ask a question. And you were scared of AI, and people, you just hear,
well, if you're young,
you hear rumblings that all the jobs are going to go away. What do you say to young people about the AI revolution that's upon us?
That the only class you should pay attention to is history, or do it on your free time, because when the tractor was invented, and the automobile, and the typewriter, and the computer, they all said the same thing.
Right.
And by the way, for anybody who's really understands, AI is big. Like, it is bigger than the things I just mentioned, but I will say this again. When the tractor was invented, 80% of the world worked on a farm.
Right.
If you're a young kid and worried about this, you're a fucking idiot. This is your biggest opportunity. Right. I understand if it's an OG like you and me, you're like, oh fuck, we gotta learn something new. We're old dogs, we just wanna eat the same fucking bone. If you're a 22-year-old, it's the best shit that ever happened to you.
Why?
Because it's a tidal wave, and you're still young and spry, where you can grab the board and ride this wave. When you're 72 and this tidal wave comes, and you're like, motherfucker, you're kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put my head in the sand and let this thing kill me. When you're 22, what the fuck are you crying about? Some jobs will go away. Many jobs will go away. You know what else is gonna happen? Millionaire kids. Do you know how many kids are about to become millionaires because they understand AI? So either bitch and cry about it because you're fear-based, or realize this is literally the biggest financial. We're talking about it financially right now. Because we're talking about jobs. This is the biggest financial opportunity for somebody under the age of 25 ever. Ever. Bigger than the internet in '94.
And where do they?
It depends on how you deploy it. So for example, let me explain what I mean by that. If you're a 17-year-old smart kid, you can literally call every local business and be like, hey, I'll build your new website. Your website's old. They're like, how much? You're like, $500. They're like, wait, my last quote was 4,000. You're like, yeah, 500. You know why? You can build it in a fucking minute with AI.
Right.
I mean, I can literally sit here for 24 straight hours on Sirius and like tell people 9,000 examples of where AI can do that for you. Like,
and
it's a profound.
And they're not going to do it themselves, so just go out there and use it.
And by the way, everyone's about to ask this, so let me say it. The way you learn about AI is with AI. Go to ChatGPT. Go to Perplexity. Go to Gemini, and literally type in, ready? Let's go through it. And this is profound. Like, this is how you watch this. I'm going to do it in real time. I'm going to ChatGPT. Here we go. Hey Chatty, I call ChatGPT Chatty. Hey Chatty, I'm a 19-year-old dude. I'm fairly ambitious. I hear AI is gonna take all these jobs, but then I heard Gary Vee on this podcast say that actually, stop being a bitch and be scared, go on the offense and use AI. I'm a good hard worker if I'm motivated, and I'm motivated by money. I need some cash, because all these girls out here, you know the girls out here, they need the cash. I need some cash. What 5 businesses can I start if I'm willing to really work hard using AI to disrupt the incumbents that don't use AI, that is kind of easy for a 19-year-old that kind of knows tech, but I'm not a developer or anything, Chatty. I'm just a normal 19-year-old that kind of understands tech. What's like a good thing? I live in Topeka, Kansas, in a 100-mile radius. Like, what things should I be looking at where I could have a huge advantage? So first of all, why what I just did was important. A lot of people are using ChatGPT and AI like they use Google search. Notice how I did a very different thing there. First, I use my voice, because I'm a much stronger communicator on voice than I am typing. Second, I'm very, very specific because I want people. Now here's my answer. Got it. Chatty here. I like your energy. You don't need to code or AI. Here we go. Local marketing agency 2.0. My world. You could take money from GaryVee and VaynerMedia. The path. Every roofer, landscaper, dentist, HVAC company, lawyer in Topeka is still posting blurry Facebook photos and paying outdated agencies. Your advantage, use AI to pump out clean branding, TikTok ads, and even customer service chatbots. You can use Canva AI, ChatGPT, or Opus Clip. You can look at a big time creative agency and almost no overhead and be a competitor to them. How to start. Walk into 10 local businesses and say, hey, I run a TikTok, Instagram, Google ad business for $500 a month and I can get you leads in 30 days or you don't have to pay me. I mean, this gets, and then you can follow up. The next one was real estate content machine. The next one is AI powered resume and college essay business. High school and college kids around Topeka need jobs and scholarship. Parents will pay for professional polish. Use ChatGPT or others to help write resumes, essays, cover letters, and package it with a Canva design template and charge $50 to $150 each. This will take you 3 to 7 minutes and probably $4 of effort.
That's pretty great. I think I'm going to do that. The resume part.
This is really important shit. You see, like, we are now in an era where you don't need to follow my content to come up with the ideas. You just ask AI to help you get good at AI.
And keep asking it.
And keep asking it, keep talking to it.
Keep saying yes. Just to get, when they're like, and would you like me to come up with a plan? Yes. And now would you like me to implement that?
I'm proud of you.
Right?
I'm proud of you because you're clearly showing me in the way you're talking that you're starting to play.
Yeah, completely. But here's the thing, every time I use it, my daughters and my eco-warrior daughters tell me that I'm ruining the planet. So I have to talk to I call them scoots.
Yeah.
I have to talk to them quietly.
Yeah, so I would tell your kids to stop being fucking hypocrites and ask them why they wear clothes, because the textile industry is doing plenty of damage to the environment.
And we're gonna get better. I think AI is gonna fix the water problem.
Well, but don't forget, like the AI energy, electricity it uses, it's also offsetting, you know, there's that, but then there's also an offset. Everyone gets into this absolutism.
Right.
Like, are you gonna be mad at AI using up electricity when you yourself are using a phone all day? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, and again, the reason I like using clothes, like tell your kids like clothes.
I love clothes.
Great, tell them to stop buying clothes.
Right.
It's damaging the environment.
Right.
Fast casual is destroying the world.
Yeah, yeah.
The hypocrisy. Nothing is less effective than a hypocritical child.
Right. It's funny, there's so many things I want to talk about. You've been really influential and just on a business sense and a personal sense. It's been very cool watching you and getting a little wisdom from you. I was actually with my daughter this morning. We just dropped her at school, and my wife was literally telling her, when you walk around campus, you know, she said, it's weird, I see kids not saying hello to each other. And she's like, you should say hello. And my daughter's like, I know, but you feel weird, and you did this, and then I said, this is who I'm going to interview today. And I called up your Instagram, and your post was, when you're in college, say hello to everyone.
It's literally my post.
I literally brought you to the diner table.
Literally on the way here, coming down my elevator, my company, my marketing company, is also making content. They asked me the same question, what's your advice to kids going back to school today? And the clip you saw that was on my Instagram today was from 4 years ago. And I used it this morning. Yeah. It's obviously top of mind, but it's really true, right? Yeah. Like, you and I have the luxury of living life a little bit now.
Yeah.
It's people.
Yeah.
It's, you know, can we curse on this podcast?
Yeah.
It's fucking people.
I know.
You know, like, I don't understand how people don't understand that.
I say that to young comics all the time. I said, just meet everybody.
100%.
That they're only comedians are going to hire you.
Literally, I love stand-up, and I love documentaries.
Yeah.
And literally, when you just said that, when I think about every documentary about a famous comedian I've watched in my life, which is probably at this point 24.
Yeah.
Every one of 30% of the doc is them telling you who they met when they were about to take the stage, that changed their career. Because like, I like you, kid. Why don't you come here with me in Austin, Texas? Right? It's literally people. Like, I always get goosebumps when I'm onto something really good, and so I'm getting them right now. Like, honestly, this podcast is over.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we're gonna say that's more valuable. It is people. It's always gonna be people. I don't give a fuck about the AI robots or all the other stuff you're all talking about. Your life is predicated on people.
I know. And it's a weird thing watching kids go to school, because the other thing that you talk about is self-esteem.
Yeah.
And I remember in your 20s, early 20s, being at school, finding your way. We watched two girls run across campus and like scream and hug each other. And it was like so over the top. You always see young people when they're in a mall or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're really screaming, "I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Yeah. I'm not alone." Because the rest of your time, they're just walking around balled up thinking, what is someone thinking about me? Am I wearing the wrong thing? Did I say something stupid? It's a weird thing when I was showing my daughter your clip to say, put yourself out there, when she's saying, it's a scary place to be.
And what's funny, brother, is for everyone who's in our age group that's listening, we grew up in those realities too. It's not like insecurity, even though we've come up with a new word called imposter syndrome. It's not like insecurity was null and void when we were growing up.
Yeah.
The difference is, thankfully, we now talk more about feelings.
Right.
Our gen, and definitely the gen before us, everything was bottled the fuck up.
Yeah, never spoke about it.
Now, there's a lot of great that has come with all of us talking about this. There's also some downside.
Oh yeah.
We talk about it so much, it becomes the conversation more than what we grew up with, which was, when you don't talk about it, bottling up is bad. It's got a lot of vulnerabilities. But its strength is, a lot of us just learned how to eat shit and persevere and like just get through it.
Yeah.
Right now we're in this word vomit of dwelling in every shortcoming that has crippled a society. And by the way, this is not a Gen Z issue. For everyone who's listening who has no context on me, I have 50 million followers or so across social, but it's not because I've ever had a big platform. I've never been a TV star or an athlete. For the last 15 years, I've amassed a following through my content day by day. And the way I did it from 2007 to 11, which was my first era, was literally replying to every person that ever interacted with me, all of them.
Right.
And then I started to talk about not tactics like do this for marketing or do this for your business. I started talking about psychology because I started to realize in 2012, I woke up after 5 years of telling people what to do on Facebook and Twitter. And I was like, why aren't people doing this? And I started to realize I took for granted the self-esteem that my mother parented me with. I'm like, oh, you're not making content because you don't want somebody to say you're ugly or you're stupid, you're dumb. And so my content in 14, 13, 15 started to shift a little bit deeper than tactics and business marketing opportunities to the psychology of it all.
Right.
When that became the case, I'm now at a place where I'm getting about 10,000 DMs a day from young women and men like your daughter.
Right.
When you're a psycho like me and you read it all because you want to have the pulse of society, you start to realize a lot of things I talk about now, which is what I've just mentioned. So that's giving everyone context of where my opinions are formed. I don't think I'm right. I think I'm a vessel of what I'm reading at scale. And what is very clear is we are completely stuck keeping up with the Joneses, the Kardashians, and any other person in the world that you're throwing at us. And unlike when you and I grew up, when Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous was on, that would be like fantasy land, and you'd be like, oh my God, Robin Leach is, look at these people. It was almost like, it wasn't that it wasn't achievable. I can tell you that when MTV Cribs came out, later, and Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous before that, people did not consume that content and felt like shit.
Right, that's right. That's right.
Right? It was like, oh, that's cool, or that's interesting, or maybe one day, right?
Yeah.
We've gotten into a place of insecurity where when somebody's going through their social media stream and they see someone else's success, it's triggering really deep unhappiness. And that is not the algorithm's fault, and that is not Instagram's fault. That is modern parenting's fault. And by the way, I'm a modern parent. Like, I have teenage kids. Like, it's
How old are your kids?
16 and 13.
16 and 13.
And like, I don't sit here as like, when people, like, I hate when people talk from a place of not knowing. So like, when people are like, parenting sucks, I'm like, you're 22, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking. Like, I'm in it. And I'm definitely in it from the outside of getting all these DMs, millions over the last 7 to 10 years. We're over coddling. And by the way, you know this, it's fucking hard because we love the fuck out of these little fuckers. By the way, on the record, I have no judgment on any parent that overcoddles their child.
Yeah.
It's not judgment. It's just black and white obvious.
Yeah, no, it really
and
is.
like, if you buy everything for them, and you yell at their teachers for them, and you yell at their coaches for them, brother, do you know how bad it's gotten? We had an interview lined up with somebody the other day, a 24-year-old, who asked before the interview if their parent could come to the interview. Yeah, and by the way, you're a young lady, and you just made that face. You're a young lady. And what I'm saying is, people don't realize where this goes.
No.
Whereas like a 32-year-old just heard that, and they're like, what the fuck, what a bitch. But they don't realize what they were doing 8 years ago, which was softer than 50-year-olds, was the precursor of the extremity of how we got here. It's like the political landscape, right?
Yeah.
We're in this shit spot because the left goes more left, the right goes more right, and you find yourself like, what the fuck are we? Same with what's going on with insecurity. It has become a pandemic.
Yeah, it really has. And but the one parenting thing that is trickier with that is the dangers because of social media that you see that kids have, like real scary stuff.
Like?
Suicide?
Yeah. But suicide, where is that coming from? Right, as I eat more bread, by the way, everyone, this bread's delicious. Where's suicide actually coming from?
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I would argue.
Yeah.
Let me give you a left field one
Okay.
that might catch you off guard, but you know my content well enough that you might have heard it from me,
Yeah.
but I'm doing it for your audience here.
Yeah, go for it.
This is, so I think that indifference is very scary. That to get to a child or a grown-up to a place where nothing matters is a series of events. So one of the reasons, brother, that I got crazy about 8th place trophies, for all the parents that have an under 7-year-old right now, I want you to listen very carefully because we're going into the fall right now and a lot of sports is coming. I'm gonna say this slow because I desperately hope this helps someone. If you are lucky enough, I'm choosing my words very, very specifically. If you are lucky enough to have a 6-year-old child who is about to cry this weekend because they lost their soccer game or their baseball game, please do not tell that winner that it's just a game.
Yeah.
What I think when you look, there's many things that get into dark places.
Yeah.
But I think telling people that things don't matter, especially someone who was born with the ability to care, is a very dangerous path. The other thing that is a left field one, so that's a left field one. Somebody listening right now be like, Gary went there.
That
like,
indifference.
8th place trophies is leading, whoa, Gary, that's fine. I'm just putting it on a shelf. I'll let you think about it. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying there's a lot of things that I've researched that scares me of how true that could be. Let me give you another one. Opposite side of parenting. I'm gonna say this nice and slow, with detail and every word being purposeful, with the desperation that this may help a parent listening right now. If you have a 27-year-old child and you give them money, you are telling them through your actions that you think they're a loser, and when a kid thinks their parents thinks they're a loser, that is bad.
I'm gonna lower that age to 20.
Yeah, my age actually is 22, like day after college. Like it's either 18 or 22, but I gave a little grace because I don't know your audience too well, and I don't want them to hate me too much right off the top.
No, they're gonna high five you for that one.
I mean, and I'm telling you, like, when I say this, and I say it publicly a lot, I get 40, 50, 700 DMs in a week, and I read them, and they're like, Gary, you don't get it. My son just needs a little boost. I'm like, you don't get it. Because I'm getting your DM from your son saying, I fucking hate my parents. Brother, this is DMs I get. Hey, Gary, saw you say this on the pop, you know? You're right. I fucking hate my parents. They fucking pay for my apartment. I have unlimited Uber and Starbucks and Equinox. And I fucking hate them. And I'm a psycho, so sometimes I'll reply, I'll be like, hey, do you want help? Of course, right away, yes. Stop taking their money, asshole.
Right.
like, can you imagine the audacity we're in, where kids are angry at their parents for paying for their lifestyle?
For giving them too much.
But I think that people that are not on the receiving end of the amount of information that I'm on, given the content I talk about, may be surprised, but when they sit and rewind this and listen to it 3 times over, the 8th place trophy and the paying for your 25-year-old, I think if they're honest and they're in their own quiet room right now and honest about it, they know how right I am about this.
Isn't it strange how a generation will become a certain type of a parent? You know what I mean? Like everybody kind of just, without even thinking about it, knowing about it, what's influencing us in the culture, everybody just started doing that
Well,
kind
it came
of stuff.
from, you know what's devastating, brother? It came from good intent.
Right.
A lot of us are doing all this shit because our parents, you know, I'm an 80s baby. Like, I didn't know my dad until I was 14. He was there every day. I just never talked to him. Right. And my mom threw me outside at 9. I ran home at 12:30, ate lunch, threw me back outside and came home at 6. Like, they didn't know where the fuck.
You were roommates.
I saw this comedian or somebody in social say, we used to have a thing at 10 o'clock where the news was like, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? That's how much our parents didn't know where the fuck we were doing. Now, this may make you laugh. I had lunch with a friend the other day, has a daughter, just went to BC, so she's 19, 18, like, and I asked him, like, are you tracking her on the phone? He said, yeah. I go, do you know how fucking bad that is?
Yeah.
We have 24-year-olds walking around life knowing that their parents know where they are.
Right.
24 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the excuse is like, Gary, you don't get it. I just want to know my daughter's safe. I'm like, you don't get it. New York's been dangerous for 500 years. 90, we've just succumbed to fear, brother.
Yeah.
We are scared of everything.
I know.
It's fucking depressing. Enough.
Mark Twain left home, I think, at 9, and he never came back. He really just went out into the world, and all the stuff he saw and all the dangers.
There's 18-year-old boys in fucking all over the world protecting our country right now.
Yeah.
Like, and we fucking have 24-year-old guys in New York City being tracked by their mom, texting them like, where are you at 11:30? You have work tomorrow. What the fuck are we doing?
Right. Can I ask you just a technical question on
Please.
your DM thing? So I was thinking about this on the way here. You were at this weird spot of riding internet fame. You really, you knew the tools, you knew what to do with the wine business and stuff like that, and you were there at the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. You were also, that means, at the beginning of people shitting on each other.
Yes.
All of the quagmire.
That's right.
And
2000.
You also have cultivated a philosophy being spit out at the other end of that of don't give a shit about what other people think.
That's right.
It's a lot of your mantra. What did you learn
journey.
in that
Couple
arc?
things. First of all, every good accolade you're going to give me or anybody else's feeling towards me is 100% my mom's accolade, not mine. Right. So I was built for this. Mm-hmm. When I say don't care about other people's opinions, I actually value other people's opinions quite a bit.
Right.
But not on defining my self-worth.
Uh-huh.
Like, I want your information. In fact, what I do for a living is literally pay attention to what people think is good and bad. Mm-hmm. But I'm detached from the judgment, both pro and con.
Right.
When I post something and in my comments I get 50 goat emojis, I do not think I'm the greatest of all time. Uh-huh. In the same token, by not being addicted to the positive comments, I'm not vulnerable to the negative ones.
Right.
Right? Now, a couple things. You brought up something very important. Hey, kids that are listening, 2007 and 8, 2006, 7, and 8, Twitter was nirvana. Right. It was literally hippieville. Yeah. Everything was great. We were going to change the world. Yeah. Everything is la la la. Mm-hmm. Like, it was all rainbow and sunshines. Like, it
revolution.
Was a revolution. Yeah. All the bad things in society, this is going to fix. Yeah. And 99% of interactions on Twitter in 2007 were incredibly positive, super on the offense. Like, you could not actually, in fact, someone should AI all the information that was shared on Twitter in the year 2007, analyze it as pro, neutral, or con, positive, optimistic versus negative. Yeah. I do believe everybody would be on the ground stunned on how positive it was.
Yeah, that's
why.
Wild.
Because the people that were on it in 2007 were people in Silicon Valley, people really trying to build for the future. It was based on optimism. Mm-hmm. It was the good version of capitalism, right? Like, let's make impact. It was good. Yeah. Over time, everybody showed up.
Everybody.
So not the most progressive and the most on the offense and the most fuck the hate. Who gives a shit? Keep building, do good. Yeah. And that's okay. Like, everybody goes through ebbs and flows. I'm not positive 24/7. Yeah. In fact, this Sunday when the Jets play the Steelers, for those 4 hours, I'm gonna be very negative. I'm gonna be mad at everybody. I'm gonna hate every human in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna definitely hate Aaron Rodgers and TJ Watt. Like, we all have versions of ourselves.
What he was and what he became.
But I will tell you that, yes, I was there when it was all optimism. yes, I'm here right now, where everyone by default thinks social media is bad, so they're deflecting responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, if, for example, back to this conversation, if you think TikTok is so poisonous for your 15-year-old daughter, the fuck are you yelling at me for who says TikTok's a good marketing tool?
Right.
You're a fucking parent, delete it.
Right.
I bring this up a lot. I've literally had people come up to me at airports.
Yeah.
Be like, Gary, I love your shit, but I gotta be honest with you, you're pushing the social media stuff too much. I don't like it. I'm like,
really?
okay, Johnny, what don't you like about it? Because I'm a funny character, I'll engage in that shit. I'm like, well, what don't you like? Well, my daughter's on it the whole time, brain rot, I'm really concerned about it. Johnny, I talk about TikTok as a marketing tool to grow your business or your brand. I'm like, you're her father. If you think it's bad for her, delete it, dickface.
Right.
We have become finger pointers instead of thumb.
So how do you think that guy, Johnny, he's seeing his daughter probably come out in a bad mood and feel shitty about herself or whatever from social media.
Or he'll blame, I'll give you another one, I'm sorry to interrupt, or he'll blame TikTok for her dressing with no clothes. Meanwhile, every generation has had that. It was the Beatles' fault. It was Elvis's fault. It was Us Weekly's fault. It was Britney Spears' fault. It was Madonna's fault. It was Christina, you know, there's always something.
It's just youth.
Yeah.
But what have you learned personally of reading all these DMs and doing all, in that arc of social media? What would you tell your kids?
That parents aren't willing to have the tough conversations.
And what is that tough conversation you have with your kids?
What real self-esteem looks like. Like, do you actually want to live a life where you're, hey kid, I'm aware that your entire universe right now is surrounded by these 13 kids in your class.
Right.
What they think of you, how many likes you have, like, and by the way, I'm willing to have the combo that I know my kids are rolling their eyes. 16-year-olds around the world listen to me, except my kids. That's the rule.
You're right.
Right, I'm always looking for other people that have my shared values. I'm like, go look at that, like, cause you know this.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason you like showing your daughter my stuff is we agree.
Right.
But you know she's not gonna take it from you, so you're using me.
My wife was literally just saying the same thing you were saying. And she was just like, wow, she fought back. I showed her a clip of a stranger saying it.
She's like, oh, that makes sense. By the way, I live the same life. I'm not immune to father, kids dynamics. I'm aware that I'm not the proper messenger in certain instances. And I'm exactly the right messenger. Let me say something that I have a feeling the 5 of us in this room all are gonna agree with, and the hopefully millions over the next decade that hear this whenever they hear this. There was a lot of things our parents said to us that at the time were like, fuck you, mom. That stuck. I just think the effort of the modern parent, here's what I think parents have done. They're like, this is not, Gary, you don't get it. I'm not deleting, ready? Let me tell you what parents did when I just did that little thing 4 minutes ago. Gary, fuck you. Like, I can't delete the TikTok off my 15-year-old daughter's. She's gonna be ostracized socially in class. She's gonna lose her mind. I'm like, no shit, mom. The hard things are hard. Or do you not believe that TikTok is poisoning her and you do understand it's MTV and you just want to fucking vent and blame shit?
And feel.
Do you know what I mean? Like, can
completely.
we have a real conversation? Do you believe that TikTok is ruining your daughter's life? Because if you do believe that and you're not deleting it from her phone, you're a piece of shit. Or have you just succumbed to the blame culture we live in now and we just complain about shit 24/7?
I remember Letterman had Michelle Obama on his program, and he was talking about something about disciplining his kids, and like, and she's like, well, you just tell them no, and he said, yeah, but then they cry and they fight back, and it's a whole thing, and Michelle said, yeah, Dave, being a parent's hard.
And
nobody hears that.
And that's right. And honestly,
it's really
super.
true.
And by the way, I hope everybody hears this while I'm eating this bread. I apologize. It's just delicious. I'm not sitting on some weird ivory tower, and it's easy for me to say. I'm definitely not looking down on or judging. I do many things against what I say publicly as a parent because you love these fuckers so much. I'm just telling you, whether we like it or not, this is grounded in a lot of truth of results right now, and we have to view it. And when I hate when everyone's like, oh, Gen Z's so entitled. No. It's in the air. I have unlimited 23-year-olds that are working their face off in my company.
Yeah.
And I know unlimited boomers that are lazy as fuck.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I hate when we get into these warfares of like generations or male versus female.
Yeah.
All girls.
Right.
All girls, all these guys, all finance bros. I know unlimited finance gentlemen who are wonderful kids that were raised wonderfully and are great dudes, and you'd be lucky to even get a date with them, let alone marry them. Yeah. But no, all finance bros are dick faces. Right. Like, we're just stuck right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But what would I say? I would say, to answer your question, because I bounced around a lot.
Yeah.
I tell my kids what I think they need to hear.
Yeah.
And whether they roll their eyes, I don't give a fuck.
No, because they'll carry it.
Because they're gonna carry it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna deposit it over and over and over again. And I'm gonna say, you think this is your world? This is dog shit. Yeah. You're not gonna remember 97% of these kids' names right. in 12 years. And what you need to ask yourself is, who are you gonna be? And do you actually believe you're great?
Yeah.
And I think you're great, and I think you suck. Right. You're great at some things, you suck at some other things. Like, it's not complicated.
Right.
You're a human being, and I talk to them about real shit.
Yeah.
And I believe it's having a good impact.
Yeah.
And will they have days where like even though I'm trying to build up their self-esteem for them to be the ninja of the world, do I think they'll succumb to peer pressure at 17 at a party because my son likes some girl and she's drinking vodka and he's like, fuck it? Of course, it's called fucking life.
Right, yeah.
But do I think he's gonna be a degenerate? No, I don't.
No, because they carry it. And then they get to a point, you think they're not listening to you, but then they're faced with a decision. And whether they listen to this voice or not is besides the point. They hear your voice. They know, if I do this thing, this is too far for what my
Mom
parents
and Dad,
told me.
that's right. Yeah. And kids are smart.
Yeah.
Like kids know if parents are full of shit.
Yeah.
If you're a parent and you're telling your kids, don't worry about what everybody thinks, but then you're yelling at your husband to get a better car because you want to be fancy and everybody has a Lexus and you don't, how the fuck do you think they're gonna believe you?
Right.
Like, kids know.
Yeah.
There's nothing less effective than a hypocritical parent.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Clip that. There's nothing, I've never said that before, I like this one. But it's true, there's nothing less effective.
Yeah.
A hypocritical boss is annoying, but and sucks, and you quit or whatever. But a hypocritical parent really fucks a kid up.
Yeah.
And it fucks a parent up because the kid's not gonna respect you.
No, you don't trust it. You don't trust the
Me
source
and my
anymore.
siblings talk about this all the time. I didn't even contemplate disrespecting my mom with the fear that she could feel that I was thinking it.
Right. Yeah.
That's the other thing I think we've really struggled with the society. We've allowed, and this is, politicians should be ashamed of themselves. We allow, and parents should be ashamed. Every parent that lets their kid curse them out when they're 13 is lost their mind. Like, I get that it's politically incorrect to slap your kid. I will smack the fuck out of a stranger's kid if I see them cursing out a parent. That is dumb shit.
Yeah.
Parents, please, if you're listening right now and this sparked the nerve, the fuck are you letting your 16-year-old daughter look you in the face, mom, and say, you're a fucking bitch, fuck you, mom, and run away? You better run after her and grab her by the ponytail and beat her down. Yeah. At least verbally punish her, like steal her fucking phone. Do something. Yeah. Brother, we don't spank or slap. We don't even punish anymore. Do you know about this phenomenon?
No.
Well, let me tell you. Parents don't punish.
At all?
Nope.
No consequence.
No consequence.
Right.
No wonder all these dick faces are running around talking shit.
Why couldn't we get parents like that?
Because we had parents like that, we decided to overcorrect. We're an aging empire.
Yeah.
America is doing what the Roman Empire did. Mm-hmm. We've got it too good.
Yeah.
In a world where you're buying $9 coffees and $40 Ubers, and you're not worrying about your next meal, nobody gave a shit about the shit we care about now. When it was the Great Depression, you were just worried to get some fucking bread.
Yeah, no
Why do you think I'm eating this bread? Right. I come from immigrant, humble, like, this is no bullshit.
It's good bread, right?
One of the biggest stories of my childhood was my parents telling me in Russia, where I was born, they used to wait 8 hours in line for bread.
Yeah.
My dad's obsessed with bread. Like, I'm eating this and really just thinking about my dad. I'm like, my dad would love this shit. Like, and I think that's because he just, couldn't get bread.
Yeah.
We were on an 11, in the Soviet Union, where I was born in 1975, we were on an 11.5-year waiting list to get a phone.
Jeez, 11 years?
So no wonder we're not over-analyzing feelings. You don't have a fucking phone.
No,
it takes you 8 hours to get bread. So we have it so good, we've gotten to this place.
I know.
We've become crazy entitled. And there's an opportunity for everyone who's listening who doesn't have this. You have a huge advantage. kids that are well-parented, who have grit and patience, who don't care about what other people think, and are willing to put their head down, and what you and I grew up with, which was normal, if they do that now, they become extraordinary, which is why I'm very motivated.
You can lap them.
I get very motivated and reinforced by the DMs I'm getting from kids that are winning when they stop crying and they start doing.
Right.
And in 2 years, like, their whole world's different. And that's intoxicating for me when it's like, hey, Gary, you changed my fucking life.
Yeah, no kidding.
You were the first person to tell me I was a bitch. But you did it not. But I think when people listen, for all the people who are hearing me right now for the first time, I think I know humans are animals. We can sense. I'm not here to like hurt people's feelings. I'm desperately trying to pull people out of this vortex that most of us are in.
Yeah. And it takes effort. It is a beast. It is a big thing.
I'm willing to have a lot of people listening right now not like me because of the way I'm delivering this in a Jersey style.
Right.
To pull out 13 people. There's people mad right now that I'm talking with my mouth full.
We don't like those people. We've established on this podcast.
We're not allowed to do that?
You're allowed to chew.
Oh, we are? Good.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's a big thing for people, but how can you have a Breaking Bread podcast without chewing?
I don't understand how people fixate on dumb shit.
Yeah.
There's people who earlier on in this podcast were like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to Gary, he curses. Okay.
Right.
But what are we talking about here?
Let me ask you a business question.
Please.
What I do is comedian, me, writing books, writing stand-up, doing all of that stuff. You go and speak, and you do a lot of public speaking. We were saying earlier that we're kind of similar in that realm. The other side of your life is business, running businesses, running companies, doing all of that stuff. How have you balanced the two? And what do you see as the primary difference in them? Because one is you're selling you.
It's very different.
And then you're selling
it's a great question.
media companies.
So a couple things. It's so funny how my energy has gotten like way down. Like when I talk about parenting kids, I'm just like, guys, we have to save these fuckers. I love them too much. Okay, let's break it down. The way I balance it is first, and this is important, this may help some people that are busy, especially working parents. The real answer to your question of how I balance it is by not overjudging myself and giving myself grace. When you're doing 93 things like I am, you know, when you're juggling 13 things, I don't know if you know about this, but 6 fall to the ground and break.
Right.
I don't cry about the 6 plates that broke. I'm happy that I have 7 plates in a world where most people have 1.
Oh yeah, that's
Got
smart.
it? Yep. So first, it's a relationship with myself.
Yeah.
I'm so entrepreneurial, I have so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Stuff fails.
Yeah.
I'm not dwelling on my failures. I want to learn from them. I definitely don't want to hurt other people.
Yeah.
So like I'm always conscious of that. Investors, employees, that's very real to me.
Yeah.
So first it's that. Second, I work. Like real talk, like how do you get a lot done? Like I have 11, 12-hour days. That's real life.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have to work that hard. I just love what I do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just real life for me.
It's the most fun that you have.
Yeah, I always tell people this. I'm like, I'm telling you, you may not believe me, especially if you're not that kind of person. When people tell me they get a high from running, I'm like, you're full of shit.
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, running is the worst. But it is not lost on me that there are many people that really get a tremendous joy from running.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Right.
So when I say to people, I like working and running my companies more than golfing and sailing and laying on the beach. It's not lost on me that 90% of the audience right now is like, this guy is not telling the truth.
I know.
But I know it to be true for me.
Yeah.
You know,
you enjoy.
I really enjoy it. I'm very blessed. It's why I talk so much about doing what you love.
Right.
It's nirvana.
Yeah.
I would argue it's the ultimate human experience.
Yeah.
So hours, judgment, and then self-awareness. I know what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And then I hire for what I'm not good at.
When did you realize that the GaryVee part of it was something you were good at? Was it because you ran companies and you can deal with people?
Actually, I'm going to tell you a cool story, especially for the comedy crowd. The greatest compliment I was ever given went completely over my head. When you just said, when did you know? I knew after the fact I did something. Let me tell you the story.
Okay.
YouTube comes out. I was writeabout.com. For context, everyone, I launched an e-commerce site for my dad's liquor store in 1997 when that was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And exploded, built a huge company for my family. I had to start my own thing later. Immigrant family businesses, you all know who. If you know, you know, everyone. So I was right about the website. Then I was really one of the first significant email marketers in 1997. I was right about that. Then a website called Google came out. I don't know if you heard about it. And they had this concept of Google Ads where if you searched, ads would pop up. I literally did that first, day one. The day it launched, I bought all the wine terms, it crushed. I built this huge company. Then YouTube comes along and I'm like, man, this is interesting because I've been watching MySpace. I'm like, MySpace is doing something interesting, which is why I was an early investor in Facebook, Twitter, all those things. YouTube comes out and I'm like, this is cool. A year earlier, I asked my developer who does the tech stuff, I'm like, can I make wine videos to review wine on our website? Because better than words would be me tasting it and telling people. He came back, he's like, no, it costs too much to host the videos. If like 50 people watch this video, it costs like $4,000. I'm like, we'll be out of business, no way. So when YouTube comes out, Eric Castor, I always want to give him flowers. Eric Castor came to me, he's like, hey, there's this new site, YouTube, and I think you can like do what you wanted a year ago, make wine videos, and we can just embed the video and we cost nothing. I'm like, nothing? That's a good price. $3.99 is always the right price. So I start this wine show, Wine Library TV, in February of 2006. I do a show every day. It's a 20-minute video. They're still up online if you want to go look at them. 20 minutes of me drinking wine, reviewing it. And I broke out because prior to that, all the wine critics, Robert Parker, the wine spectator, it was all stuffy shit. You guys know the wine world. And I'm out here comparing wine to like Hulk Hogan's jockstrap and like Big League Chew and like very irreverent. I was 30 years old. I'm me, I'm who I am here, Jersey boy. Like I don't have that in me. Even when I would go to-
But you knew wine.
But that's why I was dangerous. All the snobby sommeliers in New York that were pissed, they knew they had a problem, which I knew what the fuck I was talking about. So they could talk about my style, but not my substance, you know? Like they were stuck. I get some traction and I make this video where I showed people how I built my palate when I was 17, because I wanted to be in the wine business since I was 17, but my parents wouldn't let me drink. So I would read these reviews and it'd be like boysenberry and cassis and all these words I'd never heard of. I was a Jersey boy, it was like apple, orange, strawberry. I was like, what the fuck is a gooseberry, right?
Hero sandwiches.
And then luckily for me that Whole Foods started coming around in that time in Jersey. It wasn't just ShopRite and A&P anymore. And I would go there and they would have these weird fruits. So basically when I was 18, 19, 20, I would go to a Whole Foods or a Wegmans as they started to pop up in Jersey. And I would buy weird flavors of the things I read in wine descriptions, because I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to sense what a gooseberry is in a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, shouldn't I know what a fucking gooseberry tastes like? Anyway, I did this video on one episode where I tasted all these different things, including dirt. Like I actually ate dirt, which I think is normal, but everyone thought was crazy. Conan O'Brien's producers saw it and reached out to me and asked me to do the Conan show. First, I get this email and I think it's my friends, because this is the era where me and my friends were catfishing each other 24/7, making pretend we were like former like pretty girls from high school and saying like, oh, I always liked you. Like it was really, this is no joke, like a funny time where we were just catfishing 24/7. So I'm like, this isn't real. I wait a couple days, they reply back. I see a phone number, so I call. It's real. Brother, you're gonna love this. I'd never done television in my life. No local, nothing. And my first TV appearance of my life is the Conan show, and you may know this, Conan doesn't rehearse. It's all improv. So I'm literally behind this curtain and they're like, go! I go to this wine skit where we taste 4 wines and the stuff. I smell his armpit, we eat dirt, we crush. It's the last segment. It's the, like the not famous person, the last spot.
The comic spot.
Conan's like, all right, everybody, we'll see it tonight. So it ends, everybody claps in the audience, and he turns to me, and he's like 7'9". So he looks down at me, I'm like a midget in this video. And he's like, man, that was really good. I'm like, thank you. He goes, so where do you perform? And I go, perform what? He goes, where do you do your skits? I'm like, I'm a wine store guy. He goes, get the fuck out of here. Your comedic timing's incredible.
Amazing. So that's when you knew. That
is when I knew a year and a half later, once I realized how, not only did I know Conan was awesome, but at that point, even though I loved comedy, like Richard Pryor, was like what I listened to in my car, Eddie Murphy, like I loved stand up. Like Jerky Boys, like I loved it.
We were just doing Jerky Boys before you got here.
I love that, is that right?
It's like my glasses.
Andrew Dice Clay, I lived through all that. HBO, when HBO was what Netflix is now, like I lived through that. Sam, like that stuff was, I loved it. But I didn't understand how respected and revered Conan was.
Right.
And I didn't understand how profound that compliment was.
Right.
So 3 years later, I kind of woke up to it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I just got lucky in the DNA game of my cadence and my timing.
Right.
Like
and Jersey.
And Jersey. Like, yeah, I mean, I think this goes back to what we talked about earlier. You know, when you and I were growing up, your best friends made fun of you 24/7. Constant. Like, my way of showing love is making fun of people.
I literally was thinking on the way here, because you talk about not giving a shit about what people think about you, and I thought of the line, what's the difference between not giving a shit about what people think about you and being an asshole? And I was like, I could say that to Gary because I know where he came from, and he'll know that I'm not calling him an asshole.
Correct. And by the way, I have an answer for it. It's called intent.
Yeah.
When I come and do this and take time out of my day,
yeah,
I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. One, I respect you.
Thank you.
I mean it. I like what you do. Two, I'm aware there's a lot of people in this audience that may not know me because, like, you know, everyone has different audiences.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Am I here to like peddle a book or a new movie? This is not normal stuff like the way we grew up and you go and do I'm here because if three brother.
Yeah.
If three people who had never heard of me,
right.
If I was the right style of love, which is Jersey love, that got them to say, you know what, he's fucking right, and do something about it, well, this was a good use of an hour.
Does that math work?
Yes.
For someone who's been through a lot of marketing and DMs and stuff?
It does.
If you walk away with 3, that's enough?
You'll love this. Listen to what I said. I'm not looking to get 3 fans.
Right. To move 3.
To move 3.
Right.
I'm gonna walk away with hundreds of fans.
Right.
Because I'm good.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like, I'll get hundreds out of this.
Yeah.
I'll also get 25 like, fuck that dude, it was too much. And I get that. Right. I'm not confused by what my energy is. But it's not about how many I get. It's not by how many I lose. I know that for some reason, the way I communicate, what I talk about, what I observe, I have 15 years of track record now to know I'm gonna change, move, adjust 3 people.
Right.
And is it worth it? Of course, 1 person.
And has that changed through the years when
No.
because before, like, you're building companies and you're doing this stuff is there, now that you've been successful, is there move people?
No. I was successful because move people was the real game I've always was playing.
Really?
Yeah. Really, real talk.
Starting the wine.
Yeah, like, look, think about my life. I built a huge company for my dad. I left with nothing. I started my next company in a conference room because I had no money. Because I literally worked 100 hours a week in a liquor store for a decade just to build a business for my dad. It was immigrant shit.
Yeah.
And by the way, did I leave with some resentment? Of course, I'm a grown man. Like, I was 32, I was like, fuck, I have nothing.
Right.
I started a new company.
You literally, just to be clear for you, for our listeners, you built that, you took a liquor store and built this into a $60 million a year business.
That's right.
And
not $60 million valuation, revenue.
Right. And then
it wasn't my business.
And it was for your parents, and you left with, you're back to zero.
Square zero.
Yeah.
Like, when I started VaynerMedia, which is now a $400 million a year business, we started it out of Buddy Media's conference room in Columbus Circle because I couldn't afford rent, even though I had just built this huge business.
Right.
I didn't build Wine Library for my money and my bankroll.
Right.
I built it as the great thank you to having the best parents in the world.
Right.
That's how I thought about it.
Right.
Now, at the tail end, why I left was I was starting to build resentment towards my father. That's real talk.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to feel that way, but now I was getting older. I was about to start my own family. I went to the bank because I wanted an apartment for me and my wife at the time. And they were like, you can't get an apartment, you're worthless. But I'm like, yeah, but I built Wine Library. And they're like, that's cute, that's your dad's. And it kind of was like the first time that I had to wake up and be like, because I would use the word obsessed. I was obsessed with building something big for them. Because to this day, at 49 years old, it is the thing I'm most grateful for. Like, my mom did it, bro. Like, she did it.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think I'll tell you what, back to what I just said earlier, one of the other reasons I'm here for this hour is out of guilt. 99% of the people listening to this podcast did not have the mother I had. Out of gratitude, 99% of the people did not have it. And I feel like I'm just a messenger of what she did well.
Right.
My mom lost her mom at 5.
Wow.
I think about her all the time. I'm like, how did this woman become the greatest mom of all time without even having an example?
It's insane.
You know?
We do a thing on this program called an uncomfortable moment.
Yeah.
Where
I like that.
We take a look at some stuff that maybe makes our guests a little uncomfortable, but maybe not.
Let's do it.
As a fellow Jersey kid, we took a look at what your life would have been if you had different parents.
Yes.
And you were just a lazy Gary. This is Gary TV.
Gary TV, bro. Listen, honestly, I look at that.
Yeah.
And you just showed me a picture of why I'm so grateful for my parents.
Right.
First of all, did you guys like Photoshop my arms? They look very thin there. I'm a little bit concerned about that.
This was before you started working out more.
Fair enough. That might be true. Number two, yeah, man, listen, I'm very grateful that I was born with little, grew up with little. Mm-hmm. I learned, I always say this thing, brother, it's hard to be hungry when you're fed. I'm empathetic to kids that have their parents do everything for them. It's hard to be hungry. Like, how on earth, I have, listen, and you can't overcorrect the other way. I mean, I was literal child labor. I started working at my dad's store at 14.
Yeah.
Like, do I think my mom and dad, if they were sitting here, would say, we love our son, he's the best, thank God he talks about us this way. Mm-hmm. But if we could do it again, we wouldn't have made him work 10 hours a day when he was 14. But at the time, we were so,
you're not thinking.
You're immigrant life.
Yeah.
You're fucking just trying to get by.
Exactly. You're not thinking
my first car, I bought at a garage sale for $550. This is not like,
Yeah. No, there's that thing of that we overanalyze in every aspect, adults, kids, all of it, and it's a luxury to be able to sit back and be like, how am I feeling?
Yeah, it is a luxury.
What am I like today? Instead of just hustling and getting up and having to go do something.
And I will say this, it's purple. It's not red or blue. I think I said it earlier, and I hope everyone heard it. I like that we're talking about these things. There's a lot of people, when you and I were kids, everybody who was an alcoholic father, it wasn't talked about.
Right.
There was
just
fathers in our neighborhood would slap their wives. That wasn't good.
Yeah.
There's many things that are better now.
Yeah.
Macho men wouldn't talk about feelings, and that led to suicide. You know why suicide is also up? We now call it suicide. Before it was like, oh, dad slipped in the kitchen and died. Mm-hmm. We hid things.
Yeah.
The world is, the reason we know about stuff now is like people did all these things before. Yeah. They weren't reported. He had a heart attack. Mm-hmm. No, he didn't. He hung himself in the, I grew up in this environment.
Right.
That's not what happened.
Yeah.
We didn't report it the same way. And why did that happen? Because that macho guy couldn't talk about his feelings. He held it in so much and he cracked. Yeah. So I don't think it's not one or the other. Mm-hmm. But using political terms, we need to become purple as humans.
Yeah, right.
This all blue and all red thing is fucked up. And they're both out of their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
Completely out of their minds.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work.
Completely out of their minds. And I don't think hate or canceling or judgment or looking down on people is gonna motivate people. Mm-hmm. This is about the opportunity. And let me say it nice and slow. If you have the luxury of even hearing us talk right now,
right.
That means you are listening to a podcast on an $800 phone.
Right.
You have
$300 AirPods.
I'm on the board of, I have a very big event here in a couple of weeks in New York. I'm on the board of an organization called Pencils of Promise. Mm-hmm. We build schools in third world countries where if you do not build a school, the way the kids in the neighborhood get educated is some 80-year-old has one book and reads it over and over.
Right.
I'm on another board called Charity Water. Mm-hmm. 800 million people do not have access to clean water. Mm-hmm. It means that within an 8-hour window, they cannot get to clean water.
800 million?
100 million people on Earth. That is 10% of our society.
Jeez.
I don't know what to say to everybody who's listening other than you have life by the balls. You are lucky. Mm-hmm. You don't think so because CNN, Fox, your parents, your neighbors, right. And everybody else has told you everything sucks.
Yeah.
The truth is everything does not suck.
No.
You've decided to succumb to it. Mm-hmm. And there's humans like me and there's plenty of other people on social, not on mainstream media.
Yeah.
Mainstream media is a cesspool of garbage. Yeah. And I'm talking both sides.
Yeah.
All they do, go turn on TV right now.
You.
All they do is scare people.
Yep.
Scare.
Yep.
Literally the amount, because I love reading culture.
Yeah.
I go back and forth on Fox and CNN all the time.
Yeah.
It is literally the same exact thing from a different angle, but both are doing the same thing, which is I'm gonna scare the fuck out of you.
Right, so you come back after the commercial.
Right?
Yep.
I just think that everybody's listening needs to start listening to more positive, practical people.
Right, like us.
Like us. I mean it, man. It's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I believe that. It's why I like comedy. Comedy's a son of a bitch. Yeah. I've always loved you fuckers because you guys have been able to use the facade of stand-up to actually get to real shit. When you like think about what Carlin and Pryor were saying, when they were saying it, based on what was going on, they were doing God's work in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean that.
No, I know.
They were talking about real shit, and that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is, this new crop, I think we're getting sucked up a little bit too much in the red and blue.
Oh, big time.
So I think,
big time.
I think
the comedy is actually has camps now of like, that
and so I think if you look back,
aligned.
Correct, and I think when you look at the OG comics, they were purple.
Oh, Carlin would throw up.
They're
either side.
Correct.
Either
correct.
side.
They would be purple.
Yeah.
Right. Like when red went to red, they'd shit on them. When blue went to blue, they shit on them. Right now we're like we have to pick sides.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. I have no interest. I'm purple all the way. Fuck everyone. Yeah. I want to win.
How do you digest? Do you digest news, or are you just too busy running around?
No, bro. Look at this. Look at this on my phone. Look at this app right here. So this is an app called Break the News. Break the Web, excuse me.
Break the Web.
It's AI, and what it's doing is it takes all the information of everything, and it gives me the headlines that are going on in the world right now. I'm constantly trying to pay attention.
Right.
I want to know everything.
Right.
But not because I think my 2 fucking cents matter and I want to go pontificate.
Right.
I want to figure out what the fuck all you 8 billion fuckers are thinking about and why.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Yeah, completely.
I'm not here to add my 2 cents and think I know anything. In fact, I actually think the most audacious thing on earth is to think another human being should see the world exactly like you.
Oh God, yeah.
I would never, the reason I don't go too political is I don't have the audacity in me to think someone who grew up with, for example, a cursing that I've been doing. If you grew up in a southern home where your grandma was your idol, and her number one demonization is, boy, you don't curse. And now you're listening and it's jarring.
Yeah.
How could I possibly judge you?
Right.
But please don't judge me where I grew up in Jersey in the 80s and this is like our love language.
Right, exactly.
So, I just don't have the audacity to think that someone should see the world the way I see it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean there isn't right and wrong.
No.
I think we should all agree that murder is bad.
And also that you're all working towards the same thing, which is to be safe and happy and take care of your family.
But how people define it is different.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the one thing that's really the most upsetting in the culture right now is it's okay to have different views. And even if you're sucked into Fox or sucked into CNN and you see this world through the fearful lens that they're showing you, there still should be a thing that we need everyone on the block to be okay or our block is shit.
Well, I'll tell you,
that part.
There's a couple of things that happened. I think wisdom has been, I think vanity has emerged and wisdom has declined. Like, for example, as a 49-year-old man, like I wear a ball cap and like t-shirts and we all want to look young. Like we have put youth culture on a pedestal. Yeah. The kids that know tech, young, everybody wants to look good. You got 68-year-olds out there looking all thotty and hot and shit. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like literally, like, right? Like literally 68. Like, I'm like, they should not be this sexy. Like this is weird.
Cover up.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I will tell you breaks my heart. Actually, here's a public service announcement that I hope triggers someone to do something about it. Do you know what kills me? I'm sad that we lost our way with the following. So I travel a lot.
Yeah.
When I'm in an airport and I watch a fucking 74-year-old woman carrying 2 bags walking, and there's 9 28-year-old dudes sitting on the seat on their phone playing a game, and they don't have the courtesy and civility to stand up and give that woman a chair.
Yeah.
I'm broken with that, brother.
I know.
And I would say that we've lost that. That's where church, that's where good parenting, good cops and firemen, we've lost a little bit of that hometown thing. And I think I think we can get it back, but I think we have to acknowledge that we all have to step up.
Well, what you're describing is vanity, which is thinking about yourself and not thinking about the other.
That's right.
You have to think about the other. And people don't realize if you think about the other and act for the other, you actually selfishly become better.
Also, we have politicians on both sides of the aisle who literally act like fucking 7th grade boys.
Right.
Like we are very far away from JFK back to this point, standing on a pedestal and saying, don't ask what the country will do for you. What are you doing for the country? We've lost our collectiveness, to your point.
Yeah.
And more importantly, like, we're embarrassing out there.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you, I so look down on 90% of public servants because they don't know how to act civil.
Yeah.
Like basic manners, and it trickles.
Yeah, no, it's an example.
They're like, oh, negativity is up. No shit. The people that run the world are fucking douchebags. Across the board, I'm saying this as bipartisan. I mean this as if one side is better than the other.
Yeah.
As if.
Yeah.
Come on.